What's up everyone, this is Super Marcel and welcome back to Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Jurassic March. In the last episode, we just got these guys, the Plateosauruses. And and I think that's pretty much it really, just we got Plateosauruses. And now hopefully we will get more stuff. Yeah, get more unique dinosaurs and blah 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 in the far future. I don't know, we'll find out. Speaks up the dinosaur group in the hat trip. But now I've been giving this a thought about the Utah Raptors, right? And what I've been thinking is that, like, here's the thing about this mod, right? This specific in the mod that we're going to play, is that it's not going to stop at Utah Raptor. There's going to be lots of different raptors. So what I'm thinking is that I might just have one single area that is purely just the raptor area. Maybe like, I don't know, we don't have a lot of areas, but like, but yeah, I'm just thinking to just have this one secluded zone, which is just nothing but like raptor enclosures. That's what I'm thinking. Because yeah, as soon as we move over to the Namek formation over at Asia, or the Flaming Cliffs as it is called in this game, there's gonna be like so many like different raptors. You know, you got Velociraptor itself, you got the Utah Raptor, and I will not say what the other raptors are, but there's a lot. There is a lot. But otherwise, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what else we're gonna get, you know? I do need to get the Parasaurolophus for this enclosure. And also there's that mysterious, is this? Oh, it might be. This might be the one from the Flaming Cliffs. Not the Flaming Cliffs. I'm sure you know what I mean. I realized that there's an elephant in the room that I need to address, that I just have not addressed ever since it was announced, right? So there's gonna be a new Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic Park Rebirth, you know, and I have seen the trailer. You know, I feel like I have to eventually talk about that movie, you know. But yeah, it looks interesting. Like, and you know, I'll admit, I was like very like disappointed when I heard that there's gonna be another Jurassic Park, because Dominion was supposedly supposed to be like the last Jurassic World movie, and we were not gonna have any more. So then suddenly comes this new one. So like, oh, okay, so it's not the last one then. We're getting another one. But because of the fact that it's made by Gareth Edwards, it gives me a little bit more hope. Now, for those that don't know, Gareth Edwards made the 2014 Godzilla movie, as well as Rogue One. And I really like both of those movies because they just have this nice atmosphere to them, you know, this gritty, like, realistic atmosphere. And yeah, I just think hopefully he can transfer that, like, yeah, people say that, what did you just eat? What the hell? People think that the 2014 movie may have been like, you know, sure, like, oh no. God damn it. People may have thought that like the first the 2014 Godzilla movie may not have a lot of Godzilla in it, but I personally really like. Oh God, no. I actually really liked that movie. I just really liked the realism. You know, and yeah, like I don't know. I kind of missed that realism, honestly. Later in the later Godzilla movies, you know, don't get me wrong. I did really like. I did like King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, and what was it? Godzilla: The New Empire. But it was very clear that like it was like the best way I could describe it was like it started off as like very hazy era, you know, more serious and stuff, and then slowly it diverted into oh God. It slowly started turning into like Showa era. So like much more sillier. Oh my God. What the hell? Why? What is going on? Did Alfred get transferred into this game? But yeah, bottom line, yeah, I'm hoping Rebirth is good. I will say that this mutant dinosaur that they're sending off, you know, I guess I'll have to see until the movie comes out. Which enclosure? But I will say that tell me this isn't happening. That Gareth doesn't seem to be very creative with his monster designs, you know? Like, from the way I see it, like, it kind of looks like a mixture of Orga from the old school Godzilla movies and the Muto. You know, he's going off that design again. Sure, it doesn't look like the Muto, but like it's the same thing. Big beefy forearms, little arms on the waist. Am I getting another lightning storm? Don't you dare tell me I'm getting another lightning storm. No way. I had like 5 seconds of peace. Okay. So we're at peace now? We're at peace? We're at peace. Alright. We got that out of the way. I want to talk more about Plateosaurus. Just found nothing. We'll continue searching. Right. So I did a little bit of digging into Plateosaurus to see if there's anything else that I could talk about this dinosaur. And I would like to talk about, at the very least, Germany, you know? Nothing about like cause again, like I said back then, this was a Triassic period dinosaur, so that means it lived in Pangaea, so theoretically it should be in like every continent. But in Pangaea especially, there are actually a lot of Plateosauruses found. And it's interesting. Okay, so that's exhausted. Let's just move you over to here now. Okay. And it's interesting to look at, because like, because over at Germany, like, pretty much the majority of the Plateosaurus fossils remained that are found are both complete adults and mostly intact, which usually when it comes to ecology, You don't get that very often. You know, usually when an animal dies, obviously carnivores are going to come over and scavenge on the body. They're going to eat the remains. Bones will be broken, moved around, separated. Like, it's why, like, most of the time when you find dinosaur fossils of anything, you should just expect that you're not going to find the full skeleton. You'll be uniquely lucky to find the full skeleton. But the fact that like a good chunk of these dinosaurs have, like, I wouldn't necessarily say the full skeleton, but like mostly complete, raises some interesting questions, right? How does a big because also, mind you, Platysaurus at its time was probably like the largest dinosaur of its time period, you know. So how could this happen, and how could such a large animal, like, so the idea is that Triassic period Germany may have been like this muddy swamp, you know. So all the smaller dinosaurs can just run around like freely, no consequences at all. But because Platysaurus is such a big dinosaur, they just sink into the mud and like die pretty much, you know. And that's why we have so many Platysaurus remains that are like mostly complete, and they're all adults as well. Like, yeah, cool stuff, you know. Yeah. Right. I want a new dinosaur. This is taking too long. Okay, so we got more DNA of a new dinosaur, because there's no way I'm going to end this off with like bloody with nothing, of me just scampering around making a lightning, just trying to fix lightning storms. But here we go. Like, we have a new dinosaur. You ready? What? So this new dinosaur that we have right now is none other than this guy. I know it's not very impressive, like compared to Platysaurus, but trust me, I promise it's cool. You know, I promise that it's worth looking at, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is, you ready for the revealment? This dinosaur is Thecodontosaurus.
Message from Dr. Grant.
And I'm gonna sell this amber. Thecodontosaurus. I hope that this guy doesn't cause problems for these guys. Theoretically, they should be okay to live. Oh my god, it's so tiny! But the model looks great. So this, everyone, is Thecodontosaurus. This, on first glance, I wouldn't blame you if you think that this dinosaur was an ornithopod. You know, dinosaurs like Dryosaurs or stuff. But in actuality, this dinosaur is actually a sauropodomorph. This dinosaur does belong to the same group as Platysaurus, albeit way smaller, you know. But yeah, no, these dinosaurs are theoretically assumed to have become Platysaurus eventually. So they would become from this small little guy to these big guys, right? Now, when it was first discovered, paleontologists just thought it was like squaw mates, you know, or like tuataras, basically, which are like, they look like lizards, but they're not lizards, you know. But no, like in a way that they would eventually become sauropods, you know. I don't know if they are the true basal sauropodomorph, because like, yeah, they came before Platysaurus, but from what I've read, there are some sources saying that these guys existed after some other sauropodomorphs, so it's not clear where they lie, you know. But I'm assuming that that's a Platysaurus. Why am I looking at Platyosauruses? Where's the Thecodontosaurus? There it is. Interesting. So they're classifying them as the same dinosaur, even though they're not. Right. But I guess in a way you can kind of see the differences between Plateosaurus and Thecodontosaurus. You know, their necks may not be super long, but it's like on the stage of getting there, and they got the same looking arms. You know. So yeah, these guys were just, you know, your general very small, like, I want to say cat-sized. They might not even be that size. They probably might have just been lizard-sized. I don't know. They were small. They were small dinosaurs, but they were definitely dinosaurs. There's also it wasn't just them as well. There were there might be other Thecodontosaurs out there in the world. There's a dinosaur called Agrosaurus, and then granted, I don't know, take this with a grain of salt. They could very much be dubious, these dinosaurs I'm going to be talking about, but as far as I know, Thecodontosaurus seems to be the only actual, like reasonable, like, genus, but other versions of it might be dubious. You know, like, so Agrosaurus is a mystery. So it's just like Thecodontosaurus, this very small, tiny sauropodomorph. I'm not sure if they ate bugs or not, or if they did eat plants. They might have ate plants, but they also might have been a bug eater. I don't know. We got a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
But
Message from Dr. Grant.
But Agrosaurus, it's weird to look at. Like, some sources say that, well, not some sort. It's believed that Agrosaurus might have been collected somewhere in Australia, in which this case, then Agrosaurus is technically, you know, an Aussie dinosaur, and that's like the oldest dinosaur we have. But it's not. But there's also sources that it's saying that it's most likely came from Europe. So Agrosaurus, if it even is a real dinosaur,
Message from Dr.
I don't know. It's like a weird mystery dinosaur. You know, isn't phylogeny fun? But yeah, like, otherwise, I don't really have much to talk about for these little guys. But yeah, it's really cool to look at. You know. Like some of the first dinosaurs that would eventually become this guy. If it would let me select him, they would eventually become this guy, and then eventually become, I don't have any true way to represent it, but eventually become, imagine there's a Brachiosaurus, like right there, boom, eventually become that guy. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see, like, the true, like, step process. I'm almost tempted to actually get a Brachiosaurus, or a Camarasaurus at least itself, because I don't know if they do or not, but I feel like Dilophosaurus can share an enclosure with sauropods, can't they? Because the Brachiosaurus and Camarasaurus are so big that they're not going to care about Dilophosaurus. And since these guys are using Dilophosaurus models and sounds, it's going to register as a Dilophosaurus. I'm kind of curious what would happen if I put a Dilophosaurus in this enclosure now. Would the Plateosauruses and the Thecodontosaurus be chill around the Dilophosaurus? It would be ironic, really, because Dilophosaurus actually preyed on dinosaurs like Plateosaurus. Not the Plateosaurus, because Dilophosaurus came much more later, but there were, like, sauropodomorphs, prosauropods, like Plateosaurus. There was a dinosaur called Cerosaurus. That dinosaur lived with Dilophosaurus, and Dilophosaurus hunted and preyed on those dinosaurs. So, I don't know. But it's cool. We got a new dinosaur. It may not be the most exciting, it's no T-Rex, it's no Styracosaurus, but it's still, if you're into dinosaurs, then Thecodontosaurus is, really any dinosaur is a cool dinosaur. But yeah, there you go, Thecodontosaurus, these little lizards, basically, yeah. Yeah, alright, we're gonna end it. You know, I didn't want to end it with nothing, so now we have something. Next time we might get Parasaurolophus from the looks of it. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get, or might even get the dinosaur that's over at, what was that formation called? Judith River. You know, I have a special animal over there to talk about, and I feel like that's going to be very cool. I think next episode I'll get work into building that enclosure and get ready for it. And yeah, but otherwise, Thecodontosaurus. It's such a fun name to say. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Now I'm Super Marcel, and make sure you have a super time.